You know, we hear the term healthy fats all the time, right? But it turns out they're not all doing the same job. When it comes to your heart, some fats are like a super powerful vacuum cleaner, sucking up all the bad stuff. And others, they're more like a bulletproof shield. The really interesting part is, to truly protect yourself, you absolutely need both.
So that's the big question we're diving in today. How in the world can one fat be a vacuum and another one be a shield? It sounds kind of wild, but it's all about how they work inside our bodies. So let's get into it.
All right, let's meet our two main players. On one side, we've got the vacuum. These are your polyunsaturated fats. You'll see them called PUFAs. Think of them as the aggressive openers. And then we have the shield. These are the monounsaturated fats, or MUFAs, and they are the bulletproof protectors. Totally different jobs, but they're working towards the same goal.
Okay, so first up, let's take a closer look at that high-powered vacuum. We're going to dig into the PUFAs and figure out what exactly makes them these so-called aggressive openers.
So here's how it works. When you eat foods with PUFAs, think walnuts, salmon, that kind of thing, they basically send this really loud, urgent signal to your liver. And that signal tells the liver, hey, open up all your docking stations right now. And these docking stations are what pull LDL cholesterol straight out of your blood.
And you can see the whole process laid out right here. It's a simple three-step thing. Step 1, you eat the PUFAs. Step 2, that loud signal gets to the liver and boom, the docks open up. And then step 3, all those little LDL trucks floating around in your bloodstream just get sucked right in super fast. It's why this is such a quick way to get those LDL numbers down.
But, and there's always a but, isn't there? This whole vacuum system, as powerful as it is, has a major flaw, a hidden weakness that we really need to understand. Because for all their power, for all the good they do, PUFAs have one tiny but really critical weakness. And here it is, they're chemically, well, fragile. If those LDL trucks loaded with PUFAs are just hanging out in your bloodstream for too long, they can oxidize. The best way to think about it is like metal rusting. It's pretty much the same idea. Now that, rusty cargo, is the real problem. Your immune system sees this oxidized, rusty LDL and thinks it's a foreign invader. So what does it do? It attacks. And that battle is exactly what starts the whole process of plaque building up in your arteries. Not good. So this is where our other hero finally steps onto the scene. To fix this whole fragility problem, we need a protector, and that's where the bulletproof shield comes in. We're talking about the monounsaturated fats, the MUFAs. And the difference between them couldn't be clearer, right? PUFAs, fragile, prone to rust. MUFAs, their superpower is stability. They're just chemically tough and super resistant to that rusting process. They are the perfect defense. So, how does this shield actually do its job? Well, it's actually pretty cool. The MUFAs, the stuff in olive oil and avocados, they basically form a protective coating around those LDL trucks. This coating makes them tougher, it hardens them, and that acts like a shield. It stops them from rusting. So the cargo stays safe and sound, just waiting its turn to get into the liver.
All right, so now we get it. We've got the vacuum and we've got the shield. On their own, they're both pretty great, but when you put them together, that's when you get the ultimate defense system for your heart.
And the strategy here is just so simple and effective. Step 1, use the vacuum. You eat your PUFAs, walnuts, fish, to keep the liver's doors open and clearing out that LDL. And then, step 2, you protect with the shield. You eat your MUFAs, your olive oil, your avocado, to make sure all that LDL cargo stays safe and stable while it's in transit. It's the perfect 1-2 punch.
I mean, here's a super simple way to think about it. For your vacuum power, you're looking at things like walnuts, salmon, and flax seeds. And for that shield, olive oil, avocados, almonds. The key is you don't pick one, you need both. A perfect example, salmon with a good drizzle of olive oil. That's the combo right there.
And this right here really sums it all up. For so long, the advice has just been about lowering the number, right? Just get fewer LDL trucks on the road. But what we're learning is that it's just as crucial to make sure the trucks themselves are, well, crash-proof. They need to be stable and tough so they don't cause a pileup. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. When it comes to your own health, is your defense system fully equipped? Are you just running the vacuum, or have you also put up the shield? Because to be truly optimized, you really need both.